Hey everyone, Reflected here, and today I'd like to talk about an upcoming update to my Zone 5 DCS F-14A campaign. If you're not familiar with it, I made this campaign in cooperation with Dave Baranek, former F-14 Rio and Top Gun instructor. Our aim was to make a highly realistic 1980s training based on Bio's experience. You know, I constantly update every campaign I ever released, often because something changes in the core of DCS, which is not necessarily a bug, but it still breaks my missions. I always make sure all my missions work 100% all the time. I also update my campaigns with new stuff and tricks I learn as I get more experience in the mission editor and building campaigns. So, in the next DCS update, Zone 5 is getting a little facelift. First of all, I implemented speed callouts by gesture during the takeoff roll, so you don't have to glance down at your airspeed indicator.
Here comes the wind up, left, aft, right, forward. Feels good? Off the pad. 80, 100, 140.
Then, the fence-in checks to get ready for combat. According to the NATOPS, the answer to the item ACM Guard is down or up as desired. Because I set it up with static voiceovers, we decided to go for up, because that's where you'd want it in close combat. However, in some of the missions you carry a Phoenix, and if you have the ACM Guard up, you can't launch it in Twiz mode. So in those missions where you have a Phoenix, I changed the scripted reply to down.
Set. ACM Guard, down. Gun rate, high.
Also, I automatically silenced the built-in gesture AI while you're going through the checklist to make sure he doesn't call out a stray airliner or something. Heather is giving more and more control over gesture to mission makers. I wasn't able to do this at the time when the campaign was released. For Speed and Angels, hopefully I'll be able to make a fully automated Rio without the player ever having to touch the gesture menu. But that's for another video. Last but not least, I updated the landing checklist to a monologue called by Bozo the pilot. According to the NATOPS, it is a monologue, but Bio suggested that we set it up as a challenge reply. I guess it came down to personal preference in real life and varied from crew to crew. It worked fine until recently, but then something changed in DCS. You see, with the challenge reply, I cannot be sure how long the player takes to go through it, so I cannot ensure these calls don't conflict with ATC chatter, such as beam calls from your lead or wingman, and the response from the tower. Until now, even if they conflicted, they could be heard simultaneously, like in real life. The checklist was called over the ICS and the ATC on one of the radios. However, in DCS, now the former blocks the latter, even if they are on different freaks. What's worse, even if the sound file is already over, but the subtitle lingers on, that subtitle prevents the next call from being heard over the radio. Super weird, and I already reported it to ED. But to make sure everything works, I decided to change the landing checklist to a monologue.
Wings are 20, auto gears down, SAS on flaps full, DLC engaged, checked, hooked up, harness locked, boards out, spoiler brake selected, fuel checked.
On the plus side, it will be consistent with my other Tomcat campaign, Fear the Bones, as well as my upcoming one, Speed and Angels.
Sniper 3 cleared to land, 2-1 left. Sniper 3 cleared to land, 2-1 left.
On top of these, I also changed some AI tasks and triggers under the hood that stopped working as desired after one of the recent updates. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of DCS mission building. It requires constant updates. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for more campaign updates. See ya!